I think what people just haven't figured out yet is that Kanye West is actually on tour. So
Yeah,
it's a listening event, album launch, whatever you want to call it. Dude's making money right now. Like, I hope he goes and does like 30 of these before everyone figures it out, and he just goes and makes a bunch of bank. Um, I think I might have heard on a Breakfast Club or something. He made like 12 million so far already on his just these couple events.
that's fantastic.
Um, it's one of those things when you think about. I want to say a million. Don't quote me on this either. A million streams only get you like $6,000 or $7,000 or something. Um, you realize like getting a million streams ain't making you rich. Getting 100 million streams don't even make you rich.
Mm.
Filling a stadium up full of people, that'll get you some money. And I think that's like the whole trick to the music industry anymore is the way things shifted over the years after Napster and then iTunes. You want to make money, you tour. Kanye is just looking fucking genius right now, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, Packing these stadiums. It's a cool experience. I've not been to one. I knew someone that went down and caught it, but he's putting a show on. You feel like, I mean, I don't know. You're a little bit younger. You probably don't even remember some of this shit, but when you saw like Michael Jackson, it was a show, right? It
Mm.
wasn't just the music. You're expecting dancing. You're expecting a performance. Um, you got entertainment value, right? And I think that's what Kanye is bringing to the table right now. It's not just music. He's bringing like the storyline, this whole performance, and he's packing these stadiums with it. And he's printing some goddamn money, which, man, good for him. So, my thought is, he brings DaBaby out probably as a fu to cancel culture.
Yeah.
It's just a guess because of DaBaby was catching some shit there for a little bit. Kanye's on that religious angle. You bring out Marilyn Manson, which I want to say a lot of people say he's a devil worshiper, and I don't know that much about the dude. I remember his music from when I grew up, but I could have swore he said he was an atheist. But I don't know, maybe he worships the devil. I don't know. But you bring these like controversial, like DaBaby's pretty big right now, and he's kind of a hot topic. So you bring him out, and then you bring that Marilyn Manson aspect in because I think the bulk of America probably thinks he is a devil worshiper, and maybe he is. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and then here we are, Kane. We're talking about it.
Yeah.
So it's on USA Today. You and I usually talk about other life stuff and finance and Porsches and watches and yeah, we're talking about Kanye's event right now. So did it not work?
No, it definitely worked. And I will say this too. Like I'm I'm not I'm not the biggest follower of sports. I'm not typically the biggest follower of like this kind of like hip hop culture or just really anything in general. But what I will do is I typically can have an appreciation for people that try to raise the bar. So it's usually decent to watch like LeBron James play basketball or watch like a Federer play tennis, watch Tom Brady play football. And this is what this looks like. It looks like Kanye is making kind of a concerted effort to raise the bar around what it means to be at a concert, what it means to tour. Like it does seem very, very different.
I mean, it's performance at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's entertainment, but this is kind of art at its finest level. It's not just the music. You get the visuals. You're getting the music on top of it. You're part of something that's fresh and new. I think Kanye should put a class on a master class. If you're listening, put Kanye on right now. Not for music, not for music production, nothing to do with me. Put him on for marketing and PR.
Yep.
That isn't like advertising. That is what he has done. Is just mastered how to get this thing hyped up, and it's on USA Today, and you and I are talking about it right now. And I listen to Kanye shit, right?
Mm.
So it's he can pick two people and bring them out and just tear the internet apart. And he can tear the internet apart and kind of make a social statement at the same damn time, just on picking the right two people.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
was this Kim Carr? You know what he's probably doing right now? He's probably trying to make a bunch of money to pay off the divorce. Like shit, I need to go do. I'm gonna do like 75 of these listening events.
Yeah.
But I'm just looking at another, genius all the way around in the music industry. A whole other level when it comes to that PR and marketing and creating this hype for this thing is, dude, it's working. But if you think he's not touring right now, he's touring. He's out there, he's filling those stadiums and he's getting that money. This would be if you want to hear this album, you're gonna have to come hear it first at the stadium, and then you're gonna be able to buy it 6 months from now.
That's really clever as an idea. I just, when you think about that, like to tour an album that nobody's heard, but make it a spectacle so that people need to see it. What a fantastic way to go about it.
Isn't that what comedians do though? If you go see a really big name comedian right now, they lock your phone up in a little bag because they don't want all the material getting out. And then then you'll see it on HBO or you can buy the DVD or something. But they make you come see it first. Why is this not brilliant in the music space? If you're a big enough artist, you can say F you. I'm not putting nothing out. You're not getting a radio song. You're not getting a single. You're not getting shit. If you want my new album, you're going to come to the stadium. And then you go do that tour first, and then okay, now you can buy it on iTunes. Now you can catch it on Spotify. Because it's one of those things, Ken, once you give someone the experience, it just heightens the music to different levels. The first time you take in this album is through this giant performance. You'll never be more hyped for that album than that. There's nothing, if you just download it at midnight through iTunes, it'll never be compared to when you heard it the first time, during this live performance. So this really is just heightening the art. It's raising this bar up, but it could also disrupt the industry a little bit. And maybe we're not going to keep dropping 3 singles before an album comes out. If you're big enough, you can do this. And you're probably going to make a hell of a lot more money. Well, can't think about it. You don't have to tour after the album. By the time the album drops, you're already done with the tour.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I imagine the excitement that everybody gets when they see the show is the kind of excitement I get when I hear Nat King Cole on a vinyl.
I mean, everything sounds good on vinyl, man.
No, it's a bad joke.
I know. This one popped up, and I like his music. I'd also analyze this from. I love the art and performance side of it. I love music and I love art and performance, the art of performance, the raising of the bar of all art. But as a business dude, I'm also like, man, this is just fucking clever.
Yeah.
When you see what he's doing right now. And again, I can just bring 2 people out, make a statement to society, cause some controversy. Everyone and their mother is going to write about it and talk about it and YouTube about it and vlog about it. And you couldn't possibly get more hype for this goddamn album. I think it back a while ago. Didn't he do a thing? I'm gonna check my phone. It was like him and 50 Cent had a bet of who was gonna sell the most albums. Hang on a second. I'm gonna try to Google this.
Yeah.
And I want to say that like Kanye, it was. I don't think the numbers were close.
Well, while you're looking for that, I'll make this comment. And I think another clever aspect of this is, especially when he brings up the DaBaby and Marilyn Manson, is it's unique because he, like, even though he's brought them to his show and all that stuff, he's not being attached, or at least from what I see, to those controversies. We're like starting to see past it and starting to see the PR effect. So I think that's another clever aspect too, because we're now reading the actual intent of him bringing them out versus doing that thing where we just attach the controversy to Kanye too by function of like association.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you see people on Twitter where they say like a like or a retweet doesn't mean I support it.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things like maybe he's having DaBaby out there, but it doesn't mean he supports what he did.
Mm-hmm.
it's one of those things like we're always looking for reasons to just tear people down and light them on fire. And
like that image.
Yeah, no shit, like the dude on fire, right? It's just one of those things like if I don't like what someone's about, I just kind of remove myself from it. I don't have to sit there and try to squirt them with the Kingsford lighter fluid and then look for a Zippo to burn them. I'm not about that. Mm-hmm. It's go do your thing. That's you. That's none of my business.
Yeah.
There's this thing that I don't agree with a lot of people on what they do. I'm sure people don't always love what I do. But I think there's always that you almost need this human disclaimer of my like or retweet isn't an endorsement. And it's crazy, like that's the world we live in right now, where everyone's looking for any reason to burn anybody down. And I don't know what Kanye's motive here was with DaBaby. Maybe he is endorsing it, maybe he isn't endorsing it. I just look at it as maybe it was the greatest PR move in history to bring out DaBaby and Marilyn Manson. Shit, we're sitting there talking about it right now.
Yeah, great point.
Maybe it was from an artist perspective. Maybe he just thought it would be best to have him out there. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
The fact is, it's on USA Today, and we're taking 15 minutes to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, masterclass. Sign Kanye up. I'll buy that.
Yeah, no doubt.
Just before we go, they did have a little competition, and this was back, I don't know, 2007-ish. But Kanye's graduation brought in 957,000 units sold, and 50 came at 691,000. So Kanye even beat out 50 Cent back then, when 50 Cent was his own hype machine when you think about it.
Yeah,
very great at self-promoting, and even back then Kanye selling 1 million albums, right? He finds a way to use the media to hype this shit up and get this stuff sold and just continue to build brand equity for himself. Him as a brand has to be worth over $1 billion, I think someone said. And you see these little parts of genius, and some people are like, he's crazy. And I'm like, oh, I feel like every great artist I know is a little bit crazy, King. Study crazy artists back in history. They all had a little something loose, and that's what made them genius.
Yeah.
Crazy or not crazy, shit's working, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whole new playbook in music if anyone's paying attention right now.
Yeah. Yep. Very good. Very fascinating.
Now I'm gonna go play some old school Kanye. I like the first couple albums better, so I'm gonna go rock that shit.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'll catch you.
Thank you.